somebody is looking for you. So you're not looking for every yes. We're looking for the right yes. Hi, everybody. So I had to get on here, and I always say that, but I just had to talk to you guys about a topic that I think is universally applicable, meaning I think all of us go through this. I remember getting an email, the dreaded email, telling me that thank you so much for your application, but you were unfortunately not selected to go to the next phase in the interview or hiring process. Or how many of you, I used to be in insurance sales, and I would talk to people, and I would go through all this process and show them their portfolio. And then when it was time to make the sale, I was always so afraid of hearing the word at the end of that whole presentation. Really, the whole reason I'm not in insurance, because I tried it and I was afraid of this very thing. And then, oftentimes we're looking for opportunities for promotion. So, promotions are another opportunity that we often go for, and we're looking for that chance to get into that new role, or a chance to get that, go to the next level. And we often deal with rejection. I remember experiencing that, and it literally knocked me off of my feet, because rejection can, you take a hit to your self-esteem if it's not handled well. As a matter of fact, rejection can actually send people completely backwards. And it's a really, really painful process for some people, especially after it's continuous. The word no, the rejection is one thing after another. And I want to talk to you about the fact that the reality of rejection. The reality is most of us are going to get more no's than yeses. Most of us are. And sometimes those no's are for the right reasons. They're for reasons such as not being as qualified, or not meeting the qualifications for the role. And there are reasons such as people maybe not be able to afford, or maybe not the right time for what you have to offer. But for whatever the reason, there are times when no is for the right reasons. Then there are times when no is for reasons that no one can control. Things that are not in the control or realm of authority of the person who's making the decision. Um, and another reason, no's can be, for the wrong reasons. Honestly, name discrimination is still a thing. Just looking at an application and seeing a name, there are often times where 10% higher rejection rate from just reviewing the resume or application without even having the person come in. And that's only due to names. There are so many other wrong reasons and biases. And so a lot of times when the person who's actually reviewing resumes and applications for the role isn't a trained HR professional or a trained manager who understands and recognizes their own biases, then a lot of times those errors can be made, and there are no's for the wrong reasons. And you can think of 1,000 examples of that. But the reality is, we're going to get rejections. And I want to say there is a lesson in every rejection. And I want to propose to you that some closed doors are good, because our path to what we consider our career path to success or elevation is not necessarily in a straight line, and it's often not in the direction we think. And so I would propose that a closed door is sometimes redirection. Sometimes a closed door is saying, this is not the way. This is not the path you need to take. It's redirection. Sometimes the closed door is actually protection. There are times when we need to just be thankful that we didn't, Thankful that we were not exposed to environments where we wouldn't be celebrated. Thankful that we didn't get into areas or career paths that, or even companies where it wasn't the right fit for us. It wasn't conducive for our long-term success and growth. Or maybe we weren't going to be able to make the kind of impact we needed to make if we had walked through that door. And another reason for rejection is for preparation. There are times when we need to do something to get ready for that. There are times that no and that closed door offers us opportunities to prepare or better prepare for that opportunity. And finally, a rejection or closed door can actually lead you to promotion. More often than not, we're disappointed when we get the rejection or the no. And the reality is, some of us are so thankful for the no's. There is another way to look at rejection, and that is this: we can celebrate rejection. We can actually rejoice and have joy in the rejection. And I mean that because, it's a total mind shift. Because naturally, when we're rejected, we feel a sense of disillusionment, a feeling of like being disoriented, like what's going on. I mean, like how? Because I just knew I had that. Sometimes it's a feeling of just complete hopelessness because it was something you had your heart and mind set on, and then you didn't get the answer you were expecting. Sometimes it's a feeling of failure, and some of us have a strong fear of failure, and so it's a reality that it automatically usually automatically influences us negatively, and we feel a lot of negative emotion around rejection. I'm going to ask you to flip the script. Celebrate rejection. Celebrate the closed door. Celebrate the doors and the paths you didn't go through. Celebrate the things you didn't have to endure because of that rejection. Celebrate the opportunities you never would have seen had you walked through that door. Celebrate rejection. Celebrate the things you were not subject to had you gone down that path. Celebrate, because every rejection, every no gets you one step closer to the right yes. See, it's not that we're looking for yes. Imagine that. We're looking for the right yes. Some of us have had experiences that we can tell people about. Some of us have had experiences when rejection was a good thing, and we can tell people how it was good and how we overcame it. I was rejected at one point. I told people this. The lady said, "You will never be a director of human resources," and it crushed me. But you know what? I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful I heard those words, because those words drove me. Those words drove me to get my another certification. Those words drove me to get another master's degree. Those words drove me to do some internal soul searching and to figure out how I could become a better version of myself. Those words drove me to overcome. You can say whatever you want to say to me today, because what I learned from those words is I am always going to be who I am. I need to stand up in who I am. A lot of times people will put you in a position where you feel like cowering back and cowering down. But the reality is the uniqueness of who you are. There's strength in who you are. The fact that you are different, the fact that you aren't like everybody else, is exactly why somebody is looking for you. So you're not looking for every yes. We're looking for the right yes. And those things that we endure motivate us to move forward. Someone else may have a different version of that same story, or some other reason they realized that rejection was good. If I had not experienced that rejection, I would not have gone to a place where I was celebrated, where I was not just tolerated, but I was celebrated. And it's been that way ever since that day. And so I can tell you that. Now let's say this. Sometimes the reality is we endure a lot. And there are times when we endure pain and heartache and workforce hurt, and it's not right. Some of the things that we go through. But I'm going to tell you something. it's not going to debilitate you. You can get through it. You can rise above it. You can heal from it. You can move forward. You can use that to fuel your future. And so, if you need a little help and need a little guide, I have something that I actually walked through myself. And it helped me to overcome it. And you can click on the link below and you can have a free copy of that. Finally, a lot of times people are watching, but they're not liking and not sharing. And I need you to do that. I need you to like and I need you to share. So I'm asking you, please, 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 please like, please share. Because when you like and you share, it drives the reach of the video so that more people can see the message and like and share. I was a little tired today, guys. I'm so sorry. I hope you got the essence of what I was trying to share tonight. So that's my story. Oprah Winfrey has a story about how she was rejected. Imagine that. And there's nobody in the industry who has ever and can ever compare to Oprah Winfrey and her accomplishments. She was a trailblazer. And for those of us that are people of faith, Jesus, for the joy set before him, endured rejection. So there's joy in rejection because we're not waiting for a yes. We're waiting for the right yes. I hope you guys have a great week. I hope that you are equipped, that you will never, ever, ever allow rejection to knock the wind out of you. Every time you're rejected, it's a yes. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the lesson I learned in this rejection. Well, have a great week. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night.